People like Steve Bannon are talking about AI as summoning the demon. So really raising warning signs. Marjorie Taylor Greene sort of warning about the environmental impact of these AI data centers. And at the same time, you have this kind of tech-aligned part of the Trump coalition basically saying hands off completely. Peter Thiel giving these Antichrist lectures in San Francisco right now as we speak.
And those are people that are making Trump exponentially wealthier.
Right now, while we're here, Peter Thiel is giving a 4-part lecture series in San Francisco about the Antichrist.
Meet Peter Thiel, the MAGA tech billionaire, embarking on a global quest to uncover the true identity of the Antichrist.
Oh, that's that good Christian man who's been helping Trump, and now he's trying to stop the Antichrist.
Peter Thiel has set up a worldwide data harvesting surveillance control grid.
Maybe it's to help him spot the Antichrist.
He has also named his big brother spy system Palantir, after the villain Sauron's crystal ball from The Lord of the Rings. Is he trying to think like a tyrannical supervillain in order to catch a tyrannical supervillain?
It's possible.
Well then, does the fact that Peter Thiel married a man... Yeah, he married this dude here. Does the fact he married a man further prove his commitment to understanding the mind of the Antichrist? Him knowing the book of Daniel says the Antichrist will have no desire for women.
Well...
Or another explanation is Peter Thiel is the Antichrist.
Only real life can realize. Only real life can realize. Only real life can realize.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Ladies and gentlemen, only real life. Somebody gotta tell the truth. Only real life can realize.
Truth. And ye shall know the truth.
Only real life can realize.
This is the truth.
And the truth shall make you free.
Palantir Technologies, founded by Peter Thiel, is a data analytics and surveillance company that primarily works with the military, immigration control, and intelligence agencies such as the CIA. In fact, some believe it's a CIA creation. The fact that Peter Thiel would name a 21st century high-tech surveillance company after a fictional object called a Palantir is a good indication of what he intends to do with the data gathered from this powerful technology. Spy, manipulate, control the masses. Worldwide surveillance and control. So, who is Peter Thiel? Let's let him introduce himself.
Good evening. I'm Peter Thiel. I build companies and I support people who are building new things, from social networks to rocket ships. I'm not a politician, but neither is Donald Trump. He is a builder, and it's time to rebuild America. Of course, every American has a unique identity. I am proud to be gay. I am proud to be a Republican. But most of all, I am proud to be an American.
Once upon a time in America, you would never have heard a high-level right-wing operative stand before a large crowd at the Republican National Convention and boldly declare, "I am proud to be gay," and receive rousing applause. Now, that doesn't mean it wasn't happening, it didn't exist. It means it was kept quiet, kept out of view, kept out of the view of the masses of Republican supporters. But today, there's a different kind of energy on the right, or better put, some old energy reemerging. In 1971, former President Richard Nixon made a comment about the attendees of the Bohemian Grove. The Bohemian Grove has historically been associated with very wealthy and conservative figures, mostly prominent Republicans. His profanity-laced comment referred to the wealthy right-wing attendees' homosexual leanings. But these were secret meetings, not open to the public.
Let's look at Northern California. You understand? Yeah. You know what's happened in San Francisco.
San Francisco is just gone.
It's clear over. I mean, but it isn't just down in the ratty part of town. But the upper class in San Francisco is that way. The Bohemian Grove that I attend from time to time, the Easterners and the others that come there. But it is the most fat thing you will ever imagine. The San Francisco crowd that goes in there. It's just terrible. I mean, I don't want to shake hands with anybody in San Francisco. By God, I'm not going to have a situation where we pass a law indicating, well, now kids just go out and be gay. They can do it, just leave them alone.
It's one thing for people to, like some people we know who do it discreetly, but to make that a national policy.
There is this ultra-masculine side to the gay movement. We saw it with the Nazi Party.
These photos show cross-dressing soldiers from the German Wehrmacht. Martin Damann collects private photo albums from various wars. He went through hundreds of albums from World War II and found so many pictures of cross-dressing soldiers that he published a whole book of them. Why was cross-dressing so popular in the Wehrmacht? What do the pictures reveal about sexuality in the Wehrmacht? The Nazis persecuted and murdered gay men, yet they appear to have tolerated cross-dressing within their own ranks.
I mean, the Nazis put homosexuals in concentration camps, right? They couldn't have been homosexual. Well, until you know about what was going on between the rivalry between these two factions of the gay movement, then it seems like nonsense. But when Adolf Hitler finally came to power in 1933, the first people that he went after were the effeminate homosexuals associated with the Scientific Humanitarian Committee, based in their headquarters at the Sex Research Institute of Berlin, which was the German precursor to the Kinsey Institute, right there in Berlin. It was the headquarters for the femmes, who were aligned with the communists. And the butch, masculine homosexuals who created the Nazi Party. They weren't just in it, they created it. There wouldn't have ever been a Nazi Party if it hadn't been for these guys, right? So that one of the reasons why they attacked me so fiercely about this book is that they just simply cannot allow this information to come out. And secondly, the Pink Swastika is a review of the historical record of the dress rehearsal for today. Because what they did in Germany, they're doing in this country. The roots of the homosexual political movement, the modern homosexual political movement, go back to the 1860s in Germany with a man named Karl Heinrich Ulrichs, the so-called grandfather of gay rights. Most people don't really, when we talk about homosexuality in our modern culture, we only think about effeminate men, right? Because they stand out, right? These are men acting like women, so you notice them. But homosexuality is on a spectrum of gender identity confusion. That on the one extreme is effeminacy, but on the other extreme is masculinity. And a male homosexual with a masculine orientation is invisible. You don't know he's a homosexual unless he tells you, or you find out something about his conduct. But there are just as many masculine-oriented male homosexuals as there are effeminate male homosexuals. And in Germany, that was true there as well. And these men were enormously insulted when Ulrichs came up and started saying that all homosexuals are women. And they formed their counter organization around 1902 called the Gemeinschaft der Eigenen, the community of the elite, or community of the special ones. And they built up their own faction of the German gay subculture on this idea that homosexual men are not only masculine, but they're more masculine than natural men, and that all societies of the history of the world have arisen out of this ultra-masculine homosexual culture. They literally taught that. First use of the Association of Human Rights with Homosexuality was by Nazis, who created a homosexual organization to legitimize homosexuality in Germany. And the most prominent member of this society was Ernst Röhm, who was the head of the SA.
And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
In the book The Pink Swastika by Scott Lively and Kevin Abrams, they contend that only feminine homosexuals were persecuted by the Nazis, while butch homosexuals formed the leadership cadre of the Nazi Party. We see this reemerging of the butch ultra-right-wing energy. They are likely to be German or Eastern European, billionaires or ultra-wealthy, apartheid supporters, capitalists, attempting to create the Uberman that lives forever, and they hate the Israelites. From the book of Psalms, chapter 2. Why do the heathen rage, and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against Yahuwah and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. According to this article in The Guardian, Peter seems to be obsessed with the last days and the Antichrist. He's hosted a series of lectures philosophizing about who the Antichrist could be and warning that Armageddon is coming.
The Antichrist just gives these hypnotic speeches where nobody can remember a word, and then sort of just swindles people's souls out of them, and they submit to this totalitarian state or something like this. And I think if we were to speculate on how to solve that plot hole, we have an answer in the world after 1945 that people are in 1900, early 20th century, people were not yet scared of apocalyptic weapons. They could not imagine, anything of the scale that we'd have by the second half of the 20th century. And so the Antichrist takes over by talking about Armageddon.
And the king shall do according to his will, and he shall exalt himself, and magnify himself above every Elohim, and shall speak marvelous things against the Elohim of Elohims, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished, for that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the Elohim of his fathers, nor the desire of women, nor regard any Elohim, for he shall magnify himself above all.
Recently, disgraced former Republican Congressman George Santos, who is gay, accused the Republican Party of crashing the gay hookup site Grindr.
Let me tell you something. Just come out the closet, boys. Come on. It's fun. You can be gay and conservative. But look, Grindr's already outing you anyway based on the hits. And guess who's in town? It's all you conservatives. Bye.
Massive Grindr outages reports coincide with the Charlie Kirk Memorial Service in Glendale, Arizona. Grindr is a location-based mobile app designed for gay, bi, trans, and queer people to connect with others, find dates, and meet people nearby. The location service within Grindr uses your device's GPS to find other like-minded users in your vicinity. So the Grindr outage was in Glendale, Arizona. That's where the memorial was. Right-wing personality Charlie Kirk's memorial service took place in Glendale, Arizona on Sunday. And surely by complete coincidence, Grindr experiences outages in the area around the same time. Tens of thousands of people attended a memorial for the controversial podcaster, high-level MAGA politicians and other figures flying from across the country to attend.
Peter Thiel is a kingmaker. He is the man and the money behind more than a dozen Trump appointees, including Vice President J.D. Vance.
Donald Trump's vice presidential pick J.D. Vance has run into controversy once again. A photo has gone viral on social media that purportedly shows him dressed as a drag queen. Reports say Vance was pictured donning a blonde wig and a skirt in 2011 when he was a student at Yale Law School. Meanwhile, LGBTQ+ activists have called him a hypocrite.
Some photos have gone viral on social media platform X that purportedly show him dressed as a drag queen. In the images, Vance is donning a blonde wig and a skirt. The photographs were originally posted on Facebook in 2011 by one of his former classmates. Vance attended Yale University from 2010 to 2013.
Giuliani and Trump go back a long way. Look what we found in our video vault. A cringe-inducing comedy sketch they made in 2000. That's Giuliani, then mayor of New York, in drag.
You know, you're really beautiful.
This may be the best of all. Oh, you dirty boy, you. Oh.
18 years later, the bromance is still going strong.
These men once held key positions at PayPal, Palantir, or one of Thiel's other companies before serving in the Trump administration. Thiel's reach is far and wide, but not far enough to do battle with the Elohim of Israel.
Truth. Tell the truth. Only real life. Got the receipts in the mail as proof. This is the truth. Tell the truth. Somebody gotta tell the truth. Truth. Tell the truth.
All the days fade away. 1988.
The habitation of devils and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Just fade away.
Operation Warp Speed.
Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Open your eyes. All the days
Ash Wednesday.
fade away.
Predictive programming.
Where they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes.
Warp Speed.
You see, there's MAGA, and then there's dark MAGA.
In the blink of an
So even Trump's political movement has a shadow twin.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
And I'll see you in Valhalla.
I don't think there's anything gonna get me in heaven, okay? I really don't.
Perhaps Trump has forsaken all hopes of heaven because he's being called elsewhere. Perhaps he hears an ancient call that echoes through the blood in his veins. A call that first rang in the blood of the Nephilim, the Rephaim, then the so-called Aryans, who refer to themselves as a master race of supermen, or Ubermensch.
Truth. Truth.
If you would like to support our work, please join our Patreon or websites. If you would like to send us a donation through Cash App or PayPal, the links are in the description box below. Or if you would like to send a donation through the mail, our mailing address has changed. It's now Shattered Paradise, P.O. Box 278, Deering, Georgia 30808. We thank each and every one of you for walking with us, encouraging and praying for us. You have made it possible to continue this work. Some of you have been supporters since we started in 2016, when we barely knew how to edit, and we have grown together. Thank you for striving with us. We greatly appreciate it. May the Most High richly bless and keep you.
You got to know the truth, because the truth will set you free.